Well, welcome back again to Cannon Fodder TV. It's a short show. There's some breaking news. You could probably call it that. Marcus Rashford. Something's wrong with Marcus Rashford, actually. And whether the news is true that he might be coming to Arsenal or not, I just hope he gets himself sorted out, barring anything else. Football can take a back step. Well-being, family, health, maybe depending which where your religious pendulum goes, God as well. But we're going to get into this one on the other side of this music intro. Yes, indeedy. Welcome back again to Cannon Fodder TV, the channel apparently for Arsenal fans all over this world. Short, video. We've got probably three segments, I believe, two, three at a push. We're not even asking for anyone to subscribe to the channel. If you want to subscribe, you can. It's free. If you want to give us a super chat, it's not free. You got to pay. You got to pay some money, but we're not even bothered about that. But anyway, hot off the press, I kind of picked this one out of the air. Marcus Rashford. I've just seen that he's been linked to a move to Arsenal. Arsenal are keeping close tabs on Marcus Rashford's situation at Manchester United ahead of a potential move in the summer. Sources have told another platform. And the Gunners have been interested. I remember, this just a couple of years ago in the move for the England international 2 years ago with what they had set a £45 million money aside to sign him back in the summer of 2022. Now, it is believed that they could reignite their interest in Rashford following fresh doubts over his future at Old Trafford. However, Eric Ten Hag's side would demand a fee well above £45 million what Arsenal would have paid back in 2022. The 26-year-old was reportedly fined 2 weeks' wages after being pictured partying in Belfast before calling in sick for training at Carrington. Rashford missed training and United's FA Cup victory over Newport County on Sunday, but is set to be available for the game against Wolves on Thursday. Actually, that's tonight. The club released a statement confirming that Rashford had taken responsibility for his actions and that the disciplinary matter is now closed. It is believed that Mikel Arteta are now keen to buy a new striker amid Gabriel Jesus' and Eddie Nketiah's lack of potency in front of goal, but are now likely to wait until at least the summer. Now, Rashford has notched up 4 goals and 6 assists across 26 outings. This is still not enough. Really, it's still not enough, actually, for that. But, what are your thoughts about Rashford? Would you like to see him play for Arsenal? I think Rashford scored 30 goals across all competitions, I think, only in the Premier League. On a personal note, again, I want him to sort himself out first. I know a lot of people have been jumping on the bandwagon. I know a particular platform with some usual pundits were saying, well, he's more talented, which he is. Why would he want to do that? But there's a, like my mom says, there's a reason for everything. Why was he out partying? There's something not right, isn't it? Maybe whether it's at home or at the club, something literally is not right with Marcus Rashford. So, that aside, we know, personally, I know, I can see it, you can see it. Arsenal have needed an out-and-out striker for the longest time. Well, actually, 2-3 seasons since we let go of Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. We've never replaced him. Gabriel Jesus is not a striker. He said it himself. He's someone who prefers to play on the wing, not an out-and-out striker. Eddie Nketiah, I think we're probably at a point, personally, what I can see, he's probably not going to be that striker. He's not even the fox in the box. Yeah, that's right. Probably going to upset some people. But getting back to the main point with Marcus Rashford, yeah. Last season, like I said, 30 odd goals or 30 goals. Really, really good numbers there. Is he anywhere replicating that this season? Well, if he sorts himself out, again, mind-wise and everything else, then it's a possibility. But I get the impression that He's got his world on his shoulders. Something is going on there. Something is not right with Marcus Rashford. And yeah, Eric Ten Hag, and those guys over there, Man United, they probably need to give him a lot more support than kind of coming down on him like a ton of hot bricks, like my old physics teacher used to say. And not only to me, to the whole class. If you don't get yourself sorted out, I'm going to come down on you like a ton of hot bricks. It never happened. It never happened. Anyway, second news segment, which is, I know it's going to upset a lot of you because it upset me. Miguel Aziz is on the verge. Actually, I think he's left Arsenal. Miguel Aziz, oh, goodness gracious me, has joined Spanish side Atletico Barreres in a permanent transfer. That's right, permanent. It's not a loan deal. It's not a short-term spell. On a permanent deal. The 21-year-old who joined the academy back in 2011 signed the first professional contract with Arsenal in September 2019. Miguel, seen as a maestro in the midfield throughout his youth football progress and graduated from the Hell End. He went on to make his first team debut for Arsenal at the age of 18 when he came on in a 4-2 win away to Dundalk. You remember that? That's a long time ago, man. Europa League group stage back in December of 2020. The same season, Miguel made 23 appearances in all competitions across Arsenal's academy. The following two campaigns, Miguel spent some valuable time away on loan, and the England Youth International played for Portsmouth before short-term loans at both UD Ibiza and Wigan Athletic last season. Arsenal, on their own website, says they would like to thank Miguel for his contribution to the club and wish him all the best with Atletico Barreres. The deal is subject to a completion of regulatory processes. Personally, this has upset me. Really upset me, man. Again, I've spoken on many occasions about, you're flagging up certain players. Give those players a good run out in the first team. We didn't get a good run out. Just back in Dundalk in the Europa League, 2020. I mean, what happened? What happened? Goodness gracious me. So that really upset me. He's left now, and see if he can kind of, recover his career, because it didn't happen at Arsenal. 2011. How many years ago is that? That's a long time ago, man. I'm just trying to do my maths. Miguel Aziz. Anyway, the last news segment, I kind of put this down as a breaking news, but it's not breaking news, really. I was trying to source some more information about Emerson Rowe, the link to him and Lazio. Was it Lazio? It was Lazio. Or was it Juventus? Lazio. And no, I couldn't see anything there. What I did come up with, Arsenal defender Lino Sosa is expected to complete a move to Aston Villa on deadline day. The 19-year-old was due to sign a 4.5-year contract with Villa before going on loan to Champions League side of Plymouth Argyle. Sousa was one of a number of academy players who could leave the Gunners either permanently or on a loan before deadline day. Now, I couldn't tell you whether it's today deadline day. Was it yesterday? I don't really care. Yeah. So that's it. These are the 3 segments. It's going to be a short show. What I want to check out is the poll that we did today. Kind of got the blood flowing, actually. The grey matter. And the poll question was, marks out of 10 for the January transfer window. Choose only 1. Now, I was quite surprised, but I did start the bidding at 0. 0 out of 10. Then I kind of went down to 1 out of 10. Then 2 out of 10. I thought, I'm leaving it there. I'm going to leave it right there. And actually, I should have left it at 1 out of 10. Didn't get any players. No players in and no outs. Anyhow, I was kind of surprised. And I got a few interesting comments as well. This transfer business is just an absolute joke. Absolute joke. Anyhow, let me go through the numbers. So again, the question is marks out of 10 for the January transfer window. I thought, oh, yeah, start it at 0 out of 10, 1 out of 10, 2 out of 10. 173 votes, 6 comments. I read the comments. The comments are quite interesting. 6 likes. So these are how the numbers are forwarded. So 6% of you to give this transfer window 2 out of 10. Why? We didn't get any players. I just don't understand it. And it gets better. 12% of the votes voted for 1 out of 10. Why? And then we have some kind of a normality. 82% of you voted for 0 out of 10. 0 out of 10. And I would have probably given it a minus. Gone into the negative numbers. Didn't get the players in. We've known we needed a striker. Jesus and Ketia, all them lot, the Murray men, they're not going to do it. They're not going to do it. They're not going to score the goals. And you look at Man City, who are like a machine, a well-oiled machine, just kind of went in to have its MOT, the motor tested, come out, and they're like a finely tuned machine, just starting to purr. And if things couldn't get any worse, and look at Liverpool, I was thinking, wow. Listen, the players know that Jurgen Klopp is leaving at the end of the season. What better way to fight even more, tooth and nail, for the manager? And Jurgen Klopp bringing in the youngsters, man. I don't know, I can't remember their names, but the guy who got man of the match yesterday, Mikel Arteta doesn't that. He doesn't do that, does he? When was the last time he brought a player through from the hell end? Because let me just say this, an appendage message there. Emma Smith-Rowe, Bukayo Saka don't count. They came in under Unai Emery's regime. All right. So those 2 young players there from the academy, they don't count. So when was the last time, making comparisons between Jurgen Klopp, who brings in a whole lot of youngsters from their academy, compared to Arsenal and Mikel Arteta? Bukayo Saka and Emma Smith-Rowe and Reece Nelson do not count. They don't count. Take it easy, Alex. Take it easy. All right. Let's have a look here. Was there anything of noteworthiness on the platform formerly known as Twitter? Right, so there's a notification here. Right, okay, right, no, nothing there, nothing there. Let me go into the live chat. I've just seen there's been a couple of comments here. Ashley says, hey up, Gooners. Yeah. And Colin says, hello. Hello, Colin. Hope you're all right. Alex using green screen to hide all them bottles, wine behind them. What bottles? Where? There's no bottles. Where? Yeah, you can't see them. Lino Suso. Oops, that was just put. Yeah. The news about Miguel Aziz really upset me, man. Really upset me. Anyway. Let's put this back up. I just check again the X platform. Okay. All right, let me quickly put this in and just kind of remind you guys what's going to be happening tomorrow. Tomorrow is going to be the return of the Easy Talk 8110. There we go. Come on. There we go. Yeah, so there we go. Slightly different thumbnail artwork with Mr. Ornstein looking a bit surprised at these players there. Yes, so I'm going to be joined by some familiar faces. I'm not going to tell you the names because I remember doing like short videos trying to, ramp up the Easy Talk back in the day. And only for certain people just to cancel. So I thought, I'm not going to tell you who's coming. You know, if the people turn up, then they turn up. If they don't turn up, then it's their loss. But make sure that you do tune in for the Easy Talk tomorrow, 7:30 p.m. UK time, Friday. It's still the flagship show on Canon 4 TV. It has not been deposed just yet. I'm still here. I'm still here. And on Sunday, I will be. Is it Sunday? It is Sunday. Is it Sunday? It is Sunday. Sunday, Arsenal versus Liverpool. I've done the thumbnail artwork, but yeah, I'm not going to put it up because I forgot to put it up. And so that's what's going to be happening for the next few days at least. All right. Just a few more comments before I do finish this one here. When we scored 5, that done damage. Means now Arteta is convinced we do not need a striker. No. It had nothing to do with that. Nothing at all to do with that, actually. I mean, we could have lost 5. And he still would have thought we don't need a striker. This was a sure, how can I say this? No matter what would have happened this season, they thought to themselves, we don't need a striker. That is it. That is it. Because if you're telling me, right, that it's possible, which for me is no surprise, that Mikel Arteta will get a contract extension. He's got the backing automatically of Silent Stan, the board members, if there are any board members, and anybody else, including Edu, that supports this regime or this process. So it doesn't matter whether he thinks we're a striker or not. It had nothing to do with us, scoring 5 goals actually, because they thought, remember this time last year when Gabriel Jesus got injured. They should have thought about buying a striker back then. We could have got Ivan Toney whilst he was out, serving time. Out, he was banned. That's the time we should have got a striker. But all the while, January is historically difficult to buy players, get players. We're going to use the players that we have. That's fine. What about the youngsters? What about the youngsters? He had nothing to do with us scoring 5 goals, actually. These guys, whether they're steadfast, stubborn, arrogant, there was no way they were thinking about buying a striker, because that means they would have to change the whole dynamics of the way that Arsenal plays. And out-and-out striker, we need an out-and-out striker. But what I would say is that certain parts of the fan base now believe, oh no, we don't need a striker. Gabriel Jesus scored a goal. Did you not see that? He's never going to score more than 20 goals in a season. Never. It's never going to happen. So they live by the sword. They're going to die by the sword, right? It's these decisions are made by him, Mikel Arteta, Edu, and everybody else there. Probably Richard Garlic, whatever he does, apart from eating garlic. It had nothing to do with us scoring 5 goals. Nothing at all. Anyway, bit of a rant there. I say free the children. Didn't know he was gonna ditch them all. Yeah. No. I'm not gonna rant, man. I'm not gonna rant. Oh well, there's probably a plan to get another keeper signed, or I don't know, another Chelsea player could be. Who knows? Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. You know what? I've come to an end, man. Well, not come to it. I mean, the show has come to an end. Like I said, you will see me back tomorrow in the evening, 7:30 p.m. I'll be sharing this space with some other guests, familiar faces, and I'm gonna go all out tomorrow. I'm gonna go. You're gonna see Alex rant. I'm gonna be ranting and raving tomorrow on the Easy Talk. What's this? Nobody. He's on a free. John. Anyway, just inside 20 minutes. Do you know what? I'm out. Cannon fodder, the channel for Arsenal fans all over this world.